Drinking buddies. I thought this would be a really fun comparison because I have this Elijah Craig C923 that's 133 proof, but I also have this Old Carter American whiskey that is 134.6 proof. This guy's like 70 to 90 bucks depending upon your area. This guy's like over 200. So let's find out if you should pay to buy Old Carter or if you should just try to buy Elijah Craig bourbon.
How old is Old Carter? This is batch 11, by the way.
Yeah.
How old is this? Do you know?
Yeah, does it say on here?
I'm not too sure.
I'm your drinking buddy.
So Elijah Craig, C923.
That's 13.
It's 13 years, 7 months.
This does not say. We just know it's the MGP 99% corn, 1% malted barley.
Okay.
And we know that this is, 51% corn, etc. I'm sure the mash bill is pretty well known of what Elijah Craig is. But,
yeah. I mean, and they're doing their best now to actually make it older, so it's not just at 12 years old anymore.
Yeah.
This is the start of it being older than 12 years old.
Yeah, so we poured it in the black Glens on purpose because I poured it into regular Glens, and this one was darker. So I went ahead and poured it into the black Glens. It's blind for us. We don't know which is which. It's just all about
darker.
It's just all about what's better.
Cheers, guys.
Wow, this smells proofy.
Damn it, I'm going to have to say it already. This is Old Carter. Just off the nose.
It's smelling so proofy.
I'll tell you why. Without even getting into anything yet. To me, this was so brown sugar. Brown sugar on the nose, brown sugar on the palate. This to me smelled like MGP. MGP,
you might be right.
With a different variety of blends. So
I will say that
this is a mutt, right?
What's that?
This is a mutt. Like there's different blends in this. No?
MGP 99% corn, 1% malted barley.
Okay.
Probably about 10 years old. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember reading it before, but
this smells like MGP to me.
I could see that. We just did a different flight, and this is smelling like easily the highest proof thing we've smelled all night.
Yeah.
I'm just getting proof off the nose.
Even on the palate.
Mm.
So to me, this falls very plain. Very much like...
I like the palate. I do.
I'm not saying it's bad.
The palate is much better than the nose I was expecting.
It is. But to me, I'm going to say this is Old Carter. Only because of the fact that I've actually gotten so used to tasting MGP.
Because MGP is in everything.
Yeah.
Everything available.
So, I mean, like, for me, like, Doc Swinson's,
Barrel.
Wood, some barrel. Some barrel does a good job at hiding the fact that it's a source whiskey.
They do a really good job of it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff out there that uses MGP. Nulu is another one that I really enjoy.
Nulu hides it.
Yeah, if those blenders, the master blenders, can hide the fact that it's just MGP or blended MGP, Tennessee, Kentucky, whether it's Bardstown.
You know what? I gotta be honest. This is smelling hot too.
This to me smells hot.
Doesn't drink hot?
Okay. Doesn't drink hot. But I get the brown sugar.
Yeah, I get brown sugar here. There's also something floral.
So I don't know. I mean, like I was saying, the freaking MGP to me is almost in everything. All these craft distilleries, I can't tell the difference between High West and Smoke Wagon these days. So it's just like, stop.
It is a brown sugar bomb on the palate.
Be original.
Ooh.
And to me, this is not original.
I already went into 2.
I'm not saying this is bad. This is actually good. But how much did you say this was?
Like $250.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I did a trade for it. I traded some.
Yeah.
I didn't pay that much for it.
Well, trading.
Yeah, I mean, I always trade up, so I traded some E.H. Taylor small batches for it.
But I'm not a fan of Heaven Hill. I've been proven wrong with Heaven Hill a few times now. Thanks to him, thanks to Brooks. But I've had Elijah Craig. I've had quite a few bottles of this stuff. I actually have another case of this sitting at the restaurant right now. Elijah Craig deems itself to be probably the best Elijah Craig I've ever had.
It's easily the best since 2020. I think C920 was a really special batch.
So,
And then I've had some beyond, some older batches because my good friend Brooks is a big Elijah Craig fan.
yeah.
And so I've had some
Heaven
older
Hill
batches.
fan.
Yeah, Heaven Hill fan
He
in
loves
general.
Heaven Hill.
I got to be honest. On the palate, I don't like one of these more than the other.
Let me see.
On the nose, I definitely like two better. So that's going to be the nod for me. But
Holy crap. So to be honest with you, they're very much similar on the palate. The nose, this one's better.
I get a little nice cherry thing on two that I dig, and then on one I get like a brown sugar thing that I really like.
Am I wrong? Oh no.
One's a little hotter. One is a little hotter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious. I'm really curious because
But okay, for being a distillery and being sourced, the palate to me almost very similar.
I agree. I'm actually shocked on this. I was expecting them to stand out. I wanted to compare
I
them
was
just
too.
purely because of the proof. And this is a hard bottle to find, but it's a lot easier to find than this. And
Yes.
it's a fraction of the price. That's why I wanted to compare them.
And right now, it's like they have a second release,
Which
This is-
I'm actually kind of surprised by. I love this Elijah Craig. I expected this to smash this old Carter, even though I really like the old Carter. To me, neither one of these is dramatically better than the
Dude,
other. I don't think.
I'm so torn because the flavor profiles are so similar, but I'm getting a little bit more brown sugar off the second glass.
And I get brown sugar off the first one so much. The first one to me is like a brown sugar bomb. And this one, the second one, I get more fruit. It's more cherry. So drinking buddies, I gotta be honest. So I felt like this would win.
I thought that would win too.
But we're at a disagreement.
Mm-hmm.
You like one?
I like one.
I like two.
I like one. Here.
So,
Let's
for
do it.
one of us, Old Carter is worth the price. For the other one, maybe just buy some Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. In fact, I will tell you, the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof single barrel program is so good. And a lot of people see that like 9-year age statement on them and they go, nah, it's 9 years old. They're so good. Like a lot of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proofs that I've tasted that are really nice have been single barrel picks
Yeah.
that are like around 9 years old. So I will say that I think I chose the old Carter, but I don't know.
Mm. Well, see, because I'm telling you right now, for me, glass one has that brown sugar. Actually, it has some cherry notes, but it has that peanut finish that I get from Heaven Hill.
This one drinks a little bit hotter for me. This one drinks a little bit more vanilla for me.
This
and a
one-
little bit lighter on proof. And it just gives, this one for me just gives me a better finish. And I really like a really smooth, like mouth coating finish
Mhm.
that lasts a long time, but doesn't necessarily give me a lot of proof.
And-
Even though I'm a proof fan.
Well, same thing for me. But the thing about Elijah Craig, I do not like Heaven Hill very much.
Jim always accuses, my good friend Jim, always accuses me of
Good
being
friend
a
of mine
Heaven
too.
Hill
I
hitter.
love Jim.
My good friend Jim always accuses me of being a Heaven Hill hater. But I like Heaven Hill. I just like it at older age, or I like their higher end shit.
Certain
I like their
things from
high end
Heaven
stuff.
Hill are like, okay, so Parker's. Anything Parker's, I'm
Yes,
pretty sure
please.
that's probably going to be great.
What's your favorite? Just clarifying.
For me, one,
Yeah, mine is two. What's one?
I think is this.
All right, let's see. Yep, you nailed it, and we both nailed it. I just felt like I liked the old Carter better, and I did. I did like the old Carter better. His glasses are marked. I pour into his, and then I pour them into my. I mix them up, and then I pour them into mine. But yeah, seriously, I liked old Carter better. He liked Elijah Craig better. This is a $80-ish
It's an
bottle.
$85 bottle.
Yeah.
They increased
This is
the
like
price
a
on this year.
$200-ish bottle.
I wouldn't know because I don't get this.
Yeah, you can't get it in Arizona. But
So,
that's what we're learning here, drinking buddies. If you can get the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C920, buy it. If you can get it, maybe this might be sitting on shelves. But you're going to pay more.
depending on when he releases this video, I have about 5 left.
There you go.
or just ask me, and I'll see if I can get it. If you're here in Arizona,
If you're in Arizona, you gotta be drinking at Nana's Kitchen at least every once in a while. Come on, what are you waiting for? The best Mexican food in Arizona, combined with an ability to sell you bottles. Generally, you're cheaper than Total Wine.
yeah,
You're cheaper than the grocery stores.
somewhat, yeah,
Yeah.
on some
Yeah,
things,
most
yeah.
grocery stores. So therefore, if you're in Arizona and if you're not visiting Nana's Kitchen, you are messing up. Especially if you're in Tucson. If you're in Tucson, you're not
Yeah,
going to
I don't
Nana's
care how
Kitchen?
far you live away from here in Tucson. I know we're up in Marana. For some people, it could be a 45-minute drive.
Technically, if you're in the east side, that might be as far as driving from South Phoenix.
But, dude,
But if you're in South Phoenix, hit up Nana's Kitchen.
But here's the thing. I have a lot of South Phoenix, or just Phoenix general. I don't know where they're from. I know people live in Chandler. I know people who live in Gilbert, Tempe even. They drive down to us to have food and just to check out to see what we got in stock.
Drinking buddies, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you. Every time you guys hit like, every time you guys subscribe, you are making this thing possible. And every time you guys visit Nana's Kitchen, that makes my day. That is so great.
Makes
I
mine
really
too.
appreciate it. I appreciate it even more than if you hit like or subscribe. Cheers.
Nah, like and subscribe because of the fact that this is becoming a team. And it's pretty cool, I
Yeah.
gotta say.
I agree,
So,
for sure.
cheers.
Cheers, buddies.
Nah, get your favorite glass. There you go.